Okay, so this is how I put my waist belt together. I've got two straps going along here, some overage. I'm going to be making bags that fit over it. I'm doing the two-sided or double connection with the top adjuster, which I think is like the best way of doing it for myself, because you can actually get a little bit more torque on this top part that goes over your hip bone. And just like that. Got the 1/4-inch spacer mesh. I've got a little Gossamer gear padding. Back here, this is going to be, I think it's like ULA. This will be all Velcro, which I'll show when I attach this to the back of my backpack. But there we are. So let's get to the build. Right, so I'm doing my best guess on the hip belt. I looked at all my other hip belts and decided that I'm going to have that much room. I've got a little weight to lose, so I'm hoping I'm going to bring it in a little bit. But this is the waist belt in the raw, and I decided this shape. And of course, you can make these thinner or not at all, according to how much you want your pack to weigh. I know what I like, and so that's how I'm going to be building this first pack. But I'll try and point out ways along the way where you can definitely lose some weight. But first thing I'm going to do is start assembling the webbing. So my waist belt, and after I sew it, it'll get thinner. But I'm going to have two straps that are going on it, and I'll attach them at different points. But what I have found with one of my packs, I'll have like this and here will go out through my buckle and back to there. What I found on the pack that I do like is where it will tighten, and I can actually have it tighten the top down over my iliac. Iliac crest, I think. And so I can actually kind of have an adjustment on my hip belt itself. Of course, if this is like an ultralight pack, you wouldn't really have to worry about that. You can just use a strap or whatever. But this is a pack that I'm hopefully going to be able to carry about 40 pounds with. So first pack. So I'm going to do is just kind of tack in place a couple spots on these straps before I sew it together. It just makes it a lot easier. I'm not going to do that. Yeah, let me see if I can actually, that'll actually work. So I'll go ahead and tack this in place. I can cut it right there. Yeah. Okay. So I've got this one fixed, and this will actually be the top band. And I use this double-sided tape just because it makes it easier for me. I'm offsetting them about 1.25 inches. Because I do about a 1/4 inch hem, so that'll give me about 1 inch. And I'm not going to do hip belts, because I don't actually like hip belts that are put on by the manufacturer. I find if the zipper breaks or something like that, and you're kind of in a pickle there. So I'm going to make different bags that I can remove or upgrade or change depending on my mood. Like if I'm going for food or going for electronics. So now this will go basically through this buckle. And then back through this, and then you adjust on the top, and I just like that setup. So this is how this pack's going to go. So now let's sew those in, and then I'm gonna put some cross braces on it just so it looks nice. We'll go ahead and sew those on. All right, so there I've got bar tacks here, and now I'll come back and I'll put some webbing across those spots. This is all stuff that I'll come back later and sew all the way through probably all these spots when I get all the padding on there. It's all just take it down. The stuff you have to do. It's nice to be able to do some of this beforehand. So do the other side. Now on this middle part, so this is the very middle or the back part of my waist strap, and I'm making an allowance right here where I'm going to have Velcro on both sides and Velcro on my back pad. So I've got a little bit of room to make adjustments. So that will come, and this will all be covered with my back pad. Right now I just got to add my spacer mesh. And the spacer mesh will cover from here to here. I'm just going to cut that out and we'll get to sewing. All right, now that I've got everything preliminarily done, I'm going to fold that back, fold this back. Then I take my spacer mesh. This is the good side, and I'm going to put good side to good side. And I'll clamp those into place, and then we'll sew around. Now it's just a straight stitch. I'm not going to close off that end because I'm going to be putting in a little bit more padding. All right, now we just need to turn them inside out. I've got my trusty broom. There we go. We got to get started. Voila. Not bad. Pretty sweet. Got all kind of puffed out. I'll take a little bit more of the padding stuff from Gossamer Gear. And I'll cut inside these lines quite a bit because they won't fit unless I do that. Okay. I don't know what this is, but it seems to work. There we go. Flatten that out a little bit. This is another one of those things where if you're trying to go super ultralight, you don't have to put in this extra padding. I don't see any reason why not to, because it weighs literally nothing. Okay, now I'll just put a sew right across there. Now I'm going to put just a couple straight stitches that'll be underneath the band here. That'll keep it from rolling. There we go. Nothing too elaborate. Just something that'll keep the padding from rolling. And there. All right, so here we got the belt. Oh, upside down. There we are. You just pull on those top ones there. You got your belt. Nice. And you just release right there and there. Okay, looks good. On with the rest of the pack. See you on the trail. Bye now.